everyone, so this video I'll be sharing my recipe on black eyed bean stew, which we call Mbwengi in Lingala. It's just so easy to make. If you like the recipe, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down, let me know what you served it with, and also do not forget to subscribe and press that notification button, which is a bell, so you can be notified when I post. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, lovely, so to create this beautiful recipe I'm using 250 grams of black eyed beans. This usually comes in 500 grams, but for today I'm just using half of the pack. I'll be adding some dried fish. I think this is called mungusu in Lingala. You can buy any dried fish of your choice. Catfish will be completely fine. And I've got here some spring onions which I've previously chopped and had them in the freezer. And yellow bell pepper, you can use any color of your choice. Some onions, garlic, chopped in tomatoes, tomato puree, smooth peanut butter, vegetable oil, palm oil, and for the dry ingredients I've got some thyme, ground nutmeg, some salt just in case you need it, Maggie cubes, bay leaf, and dehydrated chicken stock. I will also list the ingredients on the description box below and go through the measurements throughout the video. Okay, I'm starting off with washing the beans. Don't let it fool you, it might look small now, but trust me, it does get fuller. And this can literally serve about 5 people or probably more. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about throughout the video. So I'm just running my hands through it like this, and I usually wash this twice because it's such a clean beans. You don't need to wash it so many times. So I'll just do this as you can see, then transfer it to a different pot and repeat the same process one more time. To boil the beans, I'm placing the pot on medium to high heat. Then add 1 liter of water, followed by 1.5 tablespoons of dehydrated chicken stock. Now, if you're making more beans than I am, then I'll suggest calculate how much water to add and the spices accordingly. I'm now adding 2.5 tablespoons of melted palm oil. Then close the lid, leave it to boil on medium to high heat for 30 minutes. While the beans is boiling, I'll go ahead and wash the dried fish. But first, I need to remove the bones. This depends on the dried fish that you bought, but with my one, I'm just removing every bone that I see. And try to save as much meat and skin as you can. Grab it all, do not waste it. And also, when you crack it open like this, you see some more bones. Get rid of it. They are not your friend. Trust me, they are not your friend. If you swallow it, heck, don't say I didn't tell you so, yeah. Don't say it. So what I'm doing here is washing it one by one. As I said, I think this is called mungusu because it comes with this type of insect like this, which I would not recommend eating it. This is the reason why I am washing it bit by bit and removing it out of the pot instead of draining it while in the pot. So I do this twice. Once I get rid of the dirty water, I'll get fresh water and wash it one more time. And once that's done, I'll break the big ones into small pieces, just like you see here. Then add some water in order to boil it. I've got the fish on one of my medium hob. I'll boil it for approximately 40 minutes on high heat, and I've added 1 Maggie cube. I don't have much vegetables to chop, so I'll go ahead and just chop the onion, bell pepper and garlic. You can chop these however you like, honey. So to make the sauce, I've got the heat on high and I'm going to add some oil. I'll let you add as much as you like, but this is how much I'm adding, which is roughly around 100 milliliters of vegetable oil. Then I'll go ahead and fry the onions. I like to fry them first because I want to give it time to get softer before I add anything else. Then give it a stir. Then once the onions are soft enough, I'll go ahead and add 3 teaspoons of tomato puree. then give that a stir. As I always say, with tomato puree it can be quite sour, so I like to take my time and fry it as much as I can before adding in the rest of the ingredients. So if you're satisfied with the mixture, you can go ahead and add 200 grams of chopped tin tomatoes, which is equivalent to half a tin that usually sold at the supermarket. So if you're making larger quantity than I am, then I'll suggest adding more tomatoes accordingly. Now add the bell pepper and the garlic. I'll then add some spring onions. As I mentioned, this is all I had left over. If you've got more, then feel free to add that, but for me I'll add all I have and give that a stir. I'll now go ahead and add my dry ingredients. So I'm adding 2 Maggie cubes, followed by half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg and half a teaspoon of thyme. So with the salt, I'm not going to add it because the spices that I'm using has salt in them. So what I would suggest, if you're going to, then mix everything together with the beans first so that it can give you an indication on how much salt to add. So to identify that the sauce is well cooked, it will become thicker and you see the oil coming right at the top. That's when you're good to go. You can turn off the heat, then follow the next step. Now this is my favorite part of the cooking. When you mix everything together, the aroma, hey, that gets you hungry. Now I'm adding the dried fish that I boiled earlier. I got rid of the juice. I'm just adding the fish. Now add the sauce and give it a quick stir. Then add 500 milliliters of water and give that a good stir, making sure that everything mixes well together. Then the next thing I'm going to put is the smooth peanut butter. The reason why I like to add it last because it can get a bit fragile. It likes to stress my pot, it likes to manipulate my pot. I don't like that. So I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of smooth peanut butter and give that a good stir. I like to add it because it makes the gravy thicker and the balance it creates with all these ingredients is just beautiful. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to add the bay leaf, so I'll add it in there, then close the lid, leave it on medium to high heat for 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, I'm going to give it a quick stir. It got a bit drier than I wanted it to, so with that being said, I'll add 300 milliliters of water so that it can give it more gravy, and it's completely fine to taste your food along the way and add anything that you may think is lacking. Now I'll close the lid and leave it on the same heat for 5 more minutes, then it shall be done. And once it's ready, you can go ahead and turn off the heat and give it a good stir. Leave it for at least 5 minutes to set before serving. You can eat this with pretty much anything you like, honey. You can have it with bread, rice, plantain, and I had it with semolina fufu and saltfish before, but for this occasion I'm having it with dendon, which is turkey tail, and kwanga. Oh, it's so delicious. If you would like a recipe on how I made this turkey tail, then let me know on the comment section below. Not to forget, I also had it with pilipili na kote zangate and kwanga, which is cassava dough. It was so delicious, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Bon appetit in advance. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and press that notification button so you can be notified when I post. I'll speak to you soon on my next video. Bye bye.